Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 6 of FTB Interactions. As we get started, I just want to show you the things I did between episodes really quick. I moved our ground trap setup here to the overworld, and I just have everything funnel into one output chest. So there's a bunch of hoppers down there, they all point to here. Probably. There might be one or two that get stuck somewhere because I'm not 100% sure I pointed them right. But whatever. All our loot eventually funnels into here. I also, expanded our farm a little bit. We have more room, and all these are populated with their bees. So I don't know what else we're going to plant yet, but I'm sure we're going to plant more stuff later. And I did a lot of mining. So I have a bunch of dust processed here. I guess we're basically done processing ores. But I've smelted up basically over one double chest of dusts and ingots of various types that I'm sure we will use sooner rather than later. And I have even more ores still waiting here. Lots of ores. Spent a long time mining. But anyways, let's get on to today's stuff. Today I want to make our steam age machines. So, I guess to start I should make the bronze plate. Thankfully, bronze is very easy to make. It's just copper and tin. So I have like 10 stacks there, another couple stacks there. Right now, to make plates, we're still using 2 ingots per, so I'm hoping that, I think in this steam age, we can turn it into, we can get slightly better. We can get to 2 plates per 3 ingots, which is, you know, a small step up. Anyways, and I guess let's make the coal boiler. So this is what initially produces our steam. So bronze plates, hammers, and bricks. There's a nice warning here that steam boilers will explode if you add water to a dry empty boiler. That's reasonable. So we should come up with an infinite water source before we actually set this up. Thankfully, there's one lined up for us already. We can make an ever full urn with Thaumcraft, and then we can take this urn and either use it as is or turn it into an aqueous accumulator as an infinite water source. In an effort to minimize the amount of mess I make, I came to the conclusion that 2 of these water tiles, a crafting table, and 2 dirt makes one everfull urn with only 10 Fabrico excess. Actually, why don't I just double everything? I'm sure I'll need more than 1. That way I have no excess. I love when your alchemy comes out clean. Alright, here goes nothing. Alright, apparently I made clay on accident. I hope there's nothing left in there. There is. Alright, well I have to clean it up. And I thought that through so perfectly to make no mess. And yet I made a mess. Darn it. I see what happened. So next time I want to do this, I want to throw the dirt in before I throw the water in. That way I don't end up making clay. Alright, whatever. I have 1 urn, good enough. Alright, here's our steam boiler filled with water from our aqueous accumulator. Now we just need to fuel it. Can it burn sticks by chance? It can. So for now we'll fuel it with sticks, I guess, but at some point we probably want to come up with something slightly better than that. And it will first have to heat up, and then it can turn this water into steam. Is it heating up? It hasn't burned a stick yet, which leads me to believe I'm doing something wrong. The quest says that the machines have an exhaust vent. I assume that's the front face. So I had a piece of glass here earlier, and it's heating up now. The UI also seems to only update once every like 10-ish seconds. But anyways, it's slowly heating up. Once it's up to temperature, it'll turn our water into steam. Steam be a-makin'. So I assume steam counts as a hot liquid that you don't want to handle without gloves. And can I get a bucket of it? No, apparently, is the answer. And now we have access to our first set of machines. So the compressor, alloy smelter, or ally smelter, forge hammer, extractor, and macerator. Of these, I'm going to start with the forge hammer because it makes plates better. And that's, you know, basically increasing our plate efficiency is like kind of like ore doubling. I had this brilliant idea actually that because the forge hammer requires an anvil which takes blocks, which I have to melt down to cast. I was like, well then, I'll just make the alloy smelter and make it with the, the alloy smelter. I didn't bother to look that the mold is requires steel. Whoops. While I wait for those blocks to cast, let's test out our alloy smelter. So tin and copper. Aha, it works. I think the Steam tier stuff can also only process ultra low voltage recipes, right? So if you look at the uses here, anything that's labeled ULV, I think, oh wait, no, this is an LV recipe. So I guess I can do low voltage recipes then. Alright, fine by me. It also appears to have stopped after one operation. Is that the vent port that has to be open? Does that mean I can't block it with the input pipe? Let's try this. Thankfully, we can pick up machines with pickaxes because we are sane and reasonable people here. Still not running. The tank is filling up, according to the UI. Oh, okay. Now that it has enough, I guess it needed a certain amount of steam before it would start running. Does that mean that this is draining? Yeah. So I guess we can really only run like one machine at a time. But yeah, I think you have to let that port be left open. And out of curiosity, can I move it? I can. Okay. Can I rotate the machine with this as well? I forget how wrenches work. So put you there, rotate the machine this way. Haha! Fancy. Seeing as how one machine drains more steam than our boiler produces, we're either going to need, well, we're going to need both more boilers and a buffer of some sort. I'm not going to deal with more boilers yet because we get a high pressure boiler at some point. It probably requires steel, yeah. So I'm not going to just make a bunch of the small low pressure boilers just to replace them later, unless these are made from those, which they're not. However, we should try to put some type of tank in between here just as a, a battery of sorts. So I emptied all the previous contents from our Titan steel drum, or our tungsten steel drum, and you see there it says too light to handle. I was curious what happens. It makes you float away. So if you have it in your hand too long, you float into the atmosphere. Anyways, the drum unfortunately does not extract without a pump of some sort, and pumps are not happening at this point. Even the LV pump is a fair ways off. I mean, maybe I could scrounge one together if I tried really hard, but that's a lot of no, I need steel for it. So that's not happening. So I'm just going to use a fluid conduit. So this drum will serve effectively as a, like a steam battery. And this, all right, cool. So the steam will be generated here when machines aren't running. The buffer will fill up. Because I am running this right now, it won't fill up. I don't even think I need to run it though, because I don't actually need this bronze right now. Our iron has finished casting into blocks, so we have a forge hammer. So this takes 3 ingots, makes 2 plates out of it. My supply of these pressurized fluid pipes is limited too. I got 8 from a quest, and I can't make them for a while because fused quartz requires a blast furnace. So I'm just using 1 piece effectively as a pump, and then after that I'll keep using these Greg-Tech pipes. What's this animation it's doing? I can't quite tell. I guess it's like hammering. But yeah, now we can make plates slightly less wastefully. 1 full set of 5 steam machines. Of these, I don't know how many we'll actually use, but we have to macerate things. We can either hit it with our hammer or use a macerator. The macerator, however, uses our somewhat limited steam supply. So until we have more steam, I think these machines will be of limited use. So to that end, let's see about getting more steam. To do that, we need steel, and to start on steel, we need the coke oven. So this is just a lot of iron and clay by the looks of things. That's not bad. The coke oven is built kind of like the Railcraft one, with a hollow center. And then you put the controller block on one side, and I think if you shift right click it, it'll tell you. So I guess the hatch, does it have to go on the right or can it go on any side? Must be centered on coke oven side. All right, well I guess I'll put it on this side anyways. But yeah, there's a nice preview feature, although it's a little hard to see through the preview. All right, and there we go. So if we give it wood, which I don't have, try that again. If we give it wood, it will slowly turn it into charcoal and creosote. Next quest then has us make the Infernal furnace. So I think this is a Thaumcraft multi-block, and we can make crude steel out of it. All right. There's also an upgraded version of the coke furnace, but I don't think we're quite there yet because it requires circuits. So this one, it can go, it's both faster, and I think it says that it can process charcoal directly into coke, whereas this just goes charcoal or wood into charcoal, and then it can't process charcoal any further. This pack really tests your JEI reading skills. So the Infernal furnace here needs nether brick, which normally you get from nether rack, right? But we can't get to the nether yet because that's gated behind one of these other quests here. I think it's somewhere here, trust me. But my point is we can't get to the nether yet. So we have to get it another way. We can transmute fire bricks into it, and this took me like 5 minutes to find this tab. But then making fire bricks is like a 7-step process. So in a work table with creosote, you need fire brick, which is from compressed fire clay, which is from compressing fire clay dust, which is from mixing brick dust and clay dust, which is from mortar, yada, yada, yada. I'm at the step where I'm making the compressed fire clay. I think I need 12 blocks, so 48 pieces of this total. After much compressing, smelting, pure dazing, whatever other steps were involved, our furnace is almost ready. All we have to do is melt the center block to turn it into lava and hit it with Salus Mundus. So I should have a piece in here. I assume we put it on the iron bars. And sparkly bits, haha. So the finished product comes out the front. It just gets put in whatever's in front of that block, I presume. And then you put your inputs in the top by throwing them into the lava. Now there are these ports on the side for bellows. Each bellows increases the efficiency or the speed, or both. I don't know. I guess there's only 3 ports. All right, so I assume you don't want to jump in there. But we have our crude steel, so this is just made in a alloy smelter with coal and iron. Throw that in there. It does its thing, and eventually regular steel should pop out the front. Is that like a progress bar somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's see how long this takes. So with 3 bellows, we actually get 10 nuggets, or more than 1 steel ingot per crude steel piece we put in. I was running by here and I just picked up these nuggets. So I guess it doesn't, despite what it says, like despite what the Thaumonomicon says, it doesn't actually put items in front of the chest. If I can place a chest or other container directly in front of the furnace to have eject items into it. It definitely was not ejected into the chest. Oh well. I did notice if I craft these into actual steel blocks or steel ingots. Let's see. I assume I can do that? Yeah. Give me 16 of them. Wait, I put 18 ingots in and got 16 out. That's less of the 10 I was promised. Whatever. Now that we have this, the quest reward here does give a hungry chest, which is like a vacuum chest. You could put it here, but I plan on using this hungry chest on a tree farm, so I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to grab some of these rewards though and put them to use. Found that if I put a hopper right in front of it, it has just enough reach to grab the items as they pop out and send them into a chest. So if we update the UI here, how do I update it? Well, there's items in there and they get put into the chest. Cool. So as for how I want to set up this tree farm, because this here needs a steady input of wood to work, I'm going to, I guess, start by converting this quadrant here over to dirt so I can plant trees on it. Then I'll place a tree beacon and grow some trees around it. It seems like having one tree grown will prevent the others from growing, so this just means I have to replant less often. And we can already see it's dropping stuff all over the place. And if I put this here... Come on, eat the wood. You're not going to eat the wood? You might not have enough range. I might not understand how a hungry chest works. Maybe I just need the research for the hungry chest before it works. So I went and grabbed a hopper to complete this research. Let's see. Will gobble up any loose items it touches like a hopper. Oh, so I guess it only has a 1 block range. Alright, hungry chest, you suck. Well, if you want a vacuum chest, you may as well just make a vacuum chest. However, we can't make all the materials for it yet, but one of these quest rewards gives 4 pulsating iron ingots, which we can't make yet, but we can use them to make a vacuum chest. So I think if I do this, get a pulsating crystal. What else do I need? A chest and some iron plates. With our other pulsating iron ingots, we can turn them into item conduits. We probably don't need all of them as item conduits. Let's start with half a stack in case I need like another vacuum chest down the line or something. But then we should be able to make, or did I already make them? Barrels. So let's make 3 barrels. 1 for each of the types of drops from the tree farm, right? We have saplings, wood, and apples. Yep. And then we can pipe them into barrels. So I've never used these barrels from under utilities before. How do you lock them? Oh, here's a UI. Can be locked with a storage key. Like middle click, lock the slot. Aha! Figured it out. Nice. And then we can also apply these void upgrades to make them void excess. I don't actually know how many stacks they hold by default. Does it say? Doesn't say. But there is a progress bar, so I guess we'll find out when the progress bar fills up. And here it is, all done. Automation. So tree beacon grows the tree, harvests the tree, gets sucked into the vacuum chest, distributes the inputs into the barrels. The wood goes into the coke oven, cooks it into charcoal, which puts it into another barrel. And this one isn't voided, so if this barrel fills up, then we'll just let the whole system start, getting stuffed up. All right, so now we have automated charcoal, although somewhat slow because the tree beacon's really slow when you don't shine starlight on it. Now that we have steel and thus steel plates, let's try the high pressure boiler. They say coal boiler, but the low pressure one, the small one, lets you boil, or lets you use sticks. So I hope that this one also lets you use sticks. Otherwise, I definitely don't produce coal fast enough to power it. Anyways, let's just try this out really quick before we take the other one offline. So it fills up with water. Give me sticks. Do you accept these? You do. All right, so it's 2.5 times as fast. So then we can at least run one machine with 100% uptime. Aha. With that, there's only one more quest left in the Steam era, and that is to make the LV machine hull, which will get us into the LV era. Alright, so casing's easy. That's just a bunch of steel plates, and these tin cables are, you wrap carpet around a cable with string. I see. Does it have to be black carpet? I guess it does. Okay, we can transmute colors, or we can't chisel colors, but we can transmute colors. And then this, I assume, is just... Oh, I guess we don't have a wire mill yet, so we cut plates. All right. Casings. And cables. I really enjoy recipes like this that, like, they tell a story, you know? You look at it and you know how it all goes together. Anyways. With that, we have, haha, entered the... well, I guess, have we entered the LV era? Maybe that's being a little ambitious. But we've definitely completed the Steam era, that's for sure. Alright, so next up, let's take a look at the LV quests. Are we here now? Yeah, wow, lots of things to read about. a lot of these check marks are these are definitely exclamation points have pretty good information in them. It's worth reading if you haven't done Greg Tech before. Me, being the cocky idiot I am, read halfway through them and checked them off. Anyways, this does feel like a good cutting off point, although this episode's a little short. How about let's end today's episode here, but I normally wouldn't have an episode tomorrow. However, because I am cutting this one a little short, we will have I will post something tomorrow as well, because I know you guys, struggle without your daily dose of listening to me ramble for 20 or 30 minutes. So, I'll have a bonus Sunday thing. It'll probably just be a regular episode. But anyways, I am glad that we were able to do all our Steam age things and get to the LV era. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.